guys, welcome back to my channel. This week has been an awesome week. Today is actually my 10th wedding anniversary, and it's so exciting that we've been married 10 years and just as happy as ever. So I'm done up a little bit extra today because we're going out, but so excited about that. And also we have put in an offer on a house that's been accepted this week, so it's just been super fun. And I'm really excited as well about my makeup stash. So I'm going to show you my week's worth of Shop My Stash makeup, and I have a lot of really excellent products in there and some things I've kind of changed my mind about. So I'm excited to show you those. Enjoy. All right, you guys, as always, I'm going to go ahead and start with the tools that I've been using this week. I picked out from my collection I had sitting on the shelves behind me this jar, which is a super cute like mason jar kind of style container, but it's a ceramic jar, and it's from Michael's. I have some stones in it so that these brushes stand up nicely, and these are the Bold Metals brushes from Real Techniques. And I have kind of a love-hate relationship with these. I love the way they look. I think they're absolutely beautiful, and on display in my office here in my beauty room, they're gorgeous, and a couple of them work really beautifully, but some of them are just complete duds, and that's frustrating for the price that you pay. So let me walk you through these just briefly and let you know my thoughts on them. First of all, this blush brush is really nice. If you like a small tapered brush that to use for blush for like precision application, I think you're really gonna like this one. I like using it for highlight as well. I just, use it for both products, and it works fantastic. The powder brush is super soft. This one is fantastic. If you need a light dusting of powder, this one is great, and I think the gold is really pretty. The two eye brushes that I really like are these two. Can I even tell you what they're called? Let me see. This is the 200, which is like an all-over shadow brush. It's nice and big and just applies shadows really well, but also very soft. And then this is their crease brush. This is the 203, and this is also a really nice eye brush, nice crease brush. Now, one concern about these, of course, is that the bristles are like white. They have the slightest tint of gray because the tint kind of matches the metal, so which is pretty. But these for eye brushes, if you're using any bold colors, you have to be careful because they can stain with those white bristles. This brush is a huge, giant fail. I wish that I had saved the packaging and had taken the time to return this after I bought it, but I didn't, so now I'm stuck with it. This is the 102, and it's supposed to be like a concealer foundation brush, but it's just so stiff. Honestly, it feels like a kindergarten acrylic paintbrush. I don't like it at all. It applies things streaky, so literally it's just in this container to look pretty. I do not use it. This one is a liner brush, and it works just fine. It's pretty small. I've been using it this week mostly to smudge out my lower lash line, and it's been working for that, but it's not anything that like blows my mind. And this is number 202. All right, so those are the brushes, and I felt like with all of these brushes, it's not a lot. I kind of had to supplement. So if you take a look at the rest of this tray, you can see that I threw another brush in here. This is my IT Cosmetics Kabuki brush. This came in like a limited edition set, so I don't think you can get this exact one, but they have so many brushes that I'm sure you could find something really similar, especially the IT Cosmetics for Ulta brushes, which are a little cheaper. Anyway, I was using this for bronzing and a little bit of contouring. I love the angle for that. This brush is so soft. It's really incredible to use for bronzing all over the face, neck, décolleté, and even some contouring. Really love this one. And then I've been using the sponge, which I clean nice and fresh for you. I've been using this to apply the foundation for the week. So the foundation I chose was the Super CC cream by Physicians Formula. I have it in the shade Light, and it is an SPF 30 CC cream. So I had been keeping this in my bathroom actually, and I had been using it, basically on kind of minimal makeup days, and I wasn't loving it. So what I was finding was that it was getting kind of streaky, and that's because I was applying it like I apply a face lotion. And sometimes because it was so streaky, I would add a dollop of face lotion to it because this is pretty high coverage and it's pretty quickly drying. And I just wasn't loving the application. So I thought, you know what if I treat it more like a foundation? Will I like it more then? So that's what I've been doing this week. And the answer is yes. If I apply this like I do a foundation and I dab it all over my face, blend it in just barely with my fingertips, and then really blend it with a sponge, that works so incredibly well. This is an H&M sponge. These are practically a dupe for the Beauty Blender. I have a whole video about dupes. This is a $3 sponge. It's really excellent. But it's been blending this out so well, and I've been using this sponge all week long, and it still cleans up to like nearly perfect. So awesome. I do like this a lot, and I like having the extra SPF for, hotter summer days. Okay, I also have been using for my face my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Now, you guys, I'm having a bit of a crisis because I'm thinking about going ahead and discontinuing purchases from brands whose parent companies test on animals. I may have more about that coming up, but I love this concealer, and it freaks me out a little bit that I'm going to have to probably find a new one of this variety, like the liquid concealer, because I'm not sure that I'm going to purchase from brands like Urban Decay anymore. I'm going to keep what I have of theirs, and I have some products I love, but not sure if I'm going to repurchase. For the quality of the product, I would, but just for that cruelty-free, partnership with a non-cruelty-free parent company, not sure, but love this so much. It's so brightening, and because Physicians Formula light shades tend to be a little bit darker, I've been finding that using this liquid concealer from Urban Decay under my eyes and kind of down the center of my face helps really even everything out. And then I have been setting that and actually baking with this powder. This is the RCMA translucent powder, not the no color powder, because I just didn't have that. I bought the translucent one, but honestly, I feel like they have to be so stinking similar. I mean, this is practically no color, right? And on my skin tone, at least, it works brilliantly. It's such a lightweight powder. I just threw mine in this travel jar that I had purchased like a long time ago. This, I think, was from Sephora, and it's just a little travel jar. I like having it in a jar. I just poured some of it into there because it's easier to dip my brush into and just less messy than that shaker thingy. So loving this. I honestly can't say enough good things about this powder, and if you've been looking for the no color but you can't find it, try the translucent. It's really excellent. All right, also on my face, I have been using my Essence Sun Club bronzer. This is the one for lighter skin, and it's a matte bronzing powder. I like this a lot. The shade of this is beautiful for lighter skin tones. It just is really natural looking. It's very soft and velvety. It's such a nice powder. It has a light sort of coconut fragrance, so if fragrance bothers you really badly, then stay away. But honestly, once you apply it to your face, you don't smell it at all. Because I am kind of sensitive to fragrance, but this does not bother me. I love this, and this is so affordable. If you've been curious about the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer that everyone's been raving about with like the Pina Colada scent and that really like light, neutral, sun-kissed kind of shade, I feel like this might be a dupe for it. I don't know because I don't own the other one, but I love this so much. And applying it down my neck and décolleté as well, I've just been having such a nice sun-kissed glow this week. Another thing that's been kind of glowy that I've been using is this blush. It's the Wet n Wild Rosé Champagne, and this is such a pretty color. I love this color of blush. Some days I've been not doing bronzer at all, and I've just been using this and adding it to my cheeks, but also to like my forehead, because the shade is so, can you even see it? It's so natural looking. It's right here. It's so natural looking on my skin. It just gives me such a realistic flush of color. I love it. And there's this slight sheen to it, not glitter, but sheen, that it just looks so, my skin looks really healthy and gorgeous when I'm wearing this. And then if I wasn't wearing that blush, or sometimes I would combine like all of these things, honestly. Today I'm wearing like all of them. But for another blush, I was wearing this Urban Decay Afterglow 8-Hour blush. And look at this shade. It's so stunning. This one is in the shade Obsessed. And it's one of those just cool toned, bright pinks. And I love it. For highlight, I have been using this e.l.f. Baked Blush in Pinktastic. This is like a cult classic, YouTube made me buy it kind of thing. And it's been awesome, to be honest with you. It's pretty shimmery, like it frankly can be even kind of glittery. It's not bad glittery. Look at that. But it's pretty shimmery, and let me tell you, there have been days where I've just been like, let me go to town on this thing, and the glow has been strong. But you can also just apply it sort of subtly. But this thing is gorgeous, and it's so affordable. I really think, you know, it's worth the buy. If you've been feeling like, oh my gosh, YouTube, the pressure for this one, give in, it's worth it. Okay, what else do I have down here in the tray? I have a couple lip products. I've been wearing this as my neutral lip. This is the Shea Butter Lip Balm, and this one's in the shade Honey Nectar, and it's a creamy nude. It's really beautiful and very light and natural. It's so comfortable on the lips and just gives kind of a perfecting hint of color to the lips. I've been loving this. I've been applying it like while I'm doing my makeup just to moisturize my lips, but then also using it with this lip liner just as like a nude lip color. This is from Essence, and it's their shade Satin Mauve, which is stunning and a nice sort of nude in its own right as well. Beautiful. So I picked out another nude, and this one actually ended up being a fail for me this week. This is the Pacifica Natural Minerals Power of Love Powerful Color Natural Lipstick. Quite the name. And I have mine in the shade Nude Red. And it's this matte lipstick. The reason that it's a fail, okay, there's two reasons. One, it has that really strange smell that sometimes like organic or natural makeup has. It smells kind of like rusty, like earthy rusty. The color is unbelievably gorgeous, and the formula is wonderful. It's that kind of matte that's comfortable on the lips but stays forever. It's so pretty. My big problem is it's falling out. So when I go to use this on my lips, I have to be so careful because the whole lipstick will fall out of this tube. So I'm just having issues between the smell and between like the disaster of it falling out and getting like lipstick all over myself. I'm not sure that I'm even going to keep this because of that isse. But overall, it's a good product. I'm just kind of disappointed with the experience. Okay, also and lastly for lips, I've been using this Tarte, what are you called? Lip Surgeon's Lip Cream. They have tons of these. This one may have been a limited edition color at some point. The shade is Heartfelt, and it's just beautiful. I love how creamy these are. If you're a fan of these like balm stain pencil kind of lippies, I mean, you have to check out the Tarte varieties because they are so good. There's so much pigment in that. It's so comfortable to wear. You'll see some images of this on my lips. I'm not wearing it today. I'm doing the nude combo today, but this is stunning and I really do love it. Okay, for eyes, I've been using this on my brows this week. This is my Essence Brow Designer in the shade 04 Blonde. Love it. Amazing. Yes, you have to sharpen it, but it's such a good neutral taupey blonde color. It's so good. And I had to go back to this after using that horrible Milani eyebrow gel last week. I needed to come back to this. This is my NYX mascara. I don't even know, it's like something in French. Hey, there we go. NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in the shade Blonde. Again, another brand whose parent company does test on animals or owns brands that do test on animals. So while NYX doesn't, their parent company does. So not sure if I'm going to be repurchasing this one, but I do love it. So if you're still in the boat where you're just purchasing from cruelty-free companies full stop, no matter their parent company, that is something I recommend. I've also been using this e.l.f. Intense Ink Eyeliner. Love this. You've heard me rave about this before. It's so black. It's so nice. I love how you can make a super fine line. You can make thick lines. It's fantastic. And I didn't even mention this. It was in like this arrangement last week, but I forgot to mention it because I haven't changed it up. I've been using this one for the past like 6 weeks, and it's the Milani Big and Bigger Lashes Volumizing Mascara with a giant wand. It has a giant wand and this like separate sort of bristled tip. It does give tons of volume. You'll see in some of the pictures that I show you of looks that I've done this week. It really does the job. I'm just not a fan of the synthetic bristles. They're too stiff and they irritate my eyes a little bit. So as soon as this is gone, I'm going to be repurchasing something else. Okay, that is everything in the little jar, which just leaves the last couple of eye products. So I told you last week that I had pulled out some ColourPop products and I didn't use them because I just, like, last week was rough. It was a crazy week and there were several no makeup days. So I pulled these back out and you know what? I've been using them as my eyeshadow primers this week and they are ridiculously good as primers. Basically, I didn't pull out an extra primer because I was like, you know what? I've noticed when I wear these ColourPop shadows that they stick around on my eyelids all day long. All day long. They're amazing. So I thought, what about using it just as a base? So that's what I've been doing. I've used this one mostly as a base. This is the shade Girly, and it's this incredible pearlescent white. I love this shade so much. It has a shift of gold and pink. It's so pretty. And it really brightens up the eye area. So I've been putting this all over my eye area before I do like eyeshadow. And I tell you, my eyeshadow looks have not budged all week long with these on as my bases. And the other color is this one. This is a newer release. This is Wattles, W-A-T-T-L-E-S, Wattles. And this is a beautiful sort of pinky mauve color, and it's a satin finish. It's so stunning. It's the perfect like crease transition color. I'm going to show you a picture in a bit of just this on my eyes, and you can see how smoothly it blends even up into the crease just applying with the finger. So it's amazing. You don't even have to use a brush and you could get a decent one shadow look with this. But again, I've been using it as a base and it's been working out brilliantly. So I've been loving those, and now I'm looking at ColourPop and thinking, okay, what other sort of neutrally light shades do I need to pick up as eyeshadow primers? Because I frankly love those as eyeshadow primers better than I love like my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer or any other like liquid primer I've used. These are amazing. All right, last but oh so not least is this palette. I have been using this by Makeup Revolution. It is their neutrals versus neutrals palette, and the name is here. It's kind of strange. It's like NEW trals versus neutrals spelled normally. But this is a palette I've talked about before because I love it. It's really an incredible palette, and you guys, I've done so many looks. I wanted to see how many I could create out of this one palette. You kind of look at it and you're like, okay, it's basically like a pinky brownish palette. Maybe that's not exciting for you, but when you look at the variety of warm and cool, it is amazing how many looks you can come up with. I made a really beautiful like golden look today, or not today, this week, with some of these shades I did. So let me just show you. We have that like peanut buttery brown color, peachy light shades. I mean, look at the pigmentation. It's so good. This one is a dupe. Several of these really are dupes from the Naked 3 palette. This like gold color, I believe in the Naked 3 it's called Trick. This one is even better than the Urban Decay shadow. It's so pigmented and not chunky at all. It's so good. So I've been using those. I did a cool look with these taupe shades. They're so buttery. It's incredible. And then today I went to town with these colors, with this like bold maroonish color and the pinks. I used this one, these two, and this deep black with like a purpley pink shimmer in it for my eye look today. And you guys, these colors are going to be the reason that I do not end up buying the new Anastasia Renaissance palette. I've been waiting for an Anastasia palette to come up because I love her palettes, and when she released that one and I looked at it, I just thought of this immediately, and I can't buy it. I feel like I already have it with this palette, and this guy is like a $10 palette. It is so good. I can't say enough great things about it. Even the little brush in here I've been using all week. This is such a nice petite crease brush, perfect for like darkening up the outer V with really deep colors. It's been awesome. So that's it, guys. That's the makeup for the week. I'm going to leave you with some still shots of different looks, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. And let me know what you've been wearing this week, or if you have any questions about any of these products, I'd love to chat about it. And I will talk to you next time. Bye.